I'm just thinking about this prison reform that Trump signed. And it's interesting to me at the number of so-called black Americans that's anti-Trump. They allow the news media, mainly CNN, to brainwash, manipulate, and control them. But if you really take time out to think, Trump is really helping black women. When he signed that prison reform bill, he's not just only helping the black man to get back on his feet, although they say Trump is a racist. He's not only helping that black child that's fatherless, that don't know his father, or may know his father, but his father is not able to support him because he's not able to work because of his prison history. But he's actually helping the black woman, taking weight off the black woman, trying to mold and shape and put the black family back together. I find that to be quite interesting. In my opinion, Trump is the white version of the spook that sat by the door. Many have the impression that he's a racist, but yet much of his actions have not shown any form of racism. Yes, he is against illegal immigration. But many of the things, see, there's black people that feel that Trump is doing nothing for blacks. And blacks expect presidents to just single them out. This is what I'm doing for black people. But whenever he creates more jobs for this country, it employs black Americans. See, when I was coming up, although I was in high school, the junior high school, when I reached a certain age and was able to get my working papers, there were programs that allowed us to work after school and during the summertime. As time went on, a lot of that went away. Or they may have it still. They still may have it, but many black Americans have no knowledge of it because it's not promoted. But if you really look at the way the actions of Trump, he's really helping black people. When he's talking about making America great again, it includes black people. And I think that black Americans should stop excluding themselves from America, because you were born here. You were raised here. So whatever he does for America, not just Trump, but any president that come along, whatever they do for America, they do for you. Now, if you look at Clinton, Obama, and all the rest of the presidents, they did nothing for black people but incarcerate black people, lock black people up, and make it very difficult for black people to survive as a family. Trump, on the other hand, is reversing all of that. And that's why you have the elites, the media, and many white people that's against Trump. Now, of course, there's a lot of black people that's against Trump, but they're ignorant and can't see what Trump is doing. They're only following CNN and all of the Trump-hating media. They're not studying for themselves. They're not thinking for themselves. So when you have a Democrat that would tell black people that you are super predators, that you're too dumb and too stupid, and you just accept it and still follow them blindly? Now, I had a cop ask me last week, just last week, me and this cop was conversing, and he says to me, because he was anti-Trump, right? And he says to me, he said, what would it take for you to not support Trump? He said, what would it take for you to not support Trump blindly? Which, my eyes are wide open. And see, one of the reasons why I support Trump is because you have people like him that's against Trump. You see what I mean? So when you have the racist elites, the racist media that have always trashed black people, always gave that image that black people were criminals, that same media now is against Trump, that's actually helping black people indirectly. See, Trump is a smart man. And see, when you stop the workings of Donald Trump, you stop the growth of yourself. Now, it's just not the president or politicians that have a responsibility for the black community. As a matter of fact, it's not their responsibility. It's your responsibility. Because once these jobs are created, once these programs are created, then now it's up to you to go get it. See, you can lead a person to water. If a person is thirsty and you lead them to water, you can't make them drink it. You can only supply it for them. And see, so far, Trump have been supplying tools for you to better yourself. But instead, the media is keeping your mind occupied with racism. Now think about it. He signed that prison reform bill, but have you heard it on CNN? How much of that prison reform have you heard in the media? You don't hear it at all. Because the things that they focus on are things that's negative, keeping you angry. CNN did not report that. Maybe a small clip. But if Trump had said something against a black woman, although she's wrong, or a black man, he's a racist, they will blow that up in the media. But they're not blowing that up in the media that he just got done signing a prison reform bill. See, that right there is an indication that the Democrats and even the racist media don't want black people to excel. They want to keep you on the bottom depending on their free stuff, their free promises. Because it's not that they're giving you anything free. They just promise it to you to get your votes. And now that you voted for the Democrats, what have they done for you so far? Nothing. But their agenda is to keep you asleep and dependent upon them. So when it comes to Trump, he's the spook that sat by the door. The white version of the spook that sat by the door. He's really helping black people. And many black people can't see it. And the ones that can see it are the ones that's attacked. And for a cop to ask me, what would it take for you to not follow Trump? Right there is an indication that there is an agenda. There is an agenda to keep black people from supporting President Trump. So feedback, tell me what you think. As always, I'm just thinking. Until next time.